Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. For those who are new here, I am Psychic Bella Love, aka Bella Basso from psychicbellalove.com. You can book your own personal private reading with me. The links will be in the description, and you can use code BELLA20 all in caps to get 20% off your first reading with me. So we're gonna do a reading on what is in store for Joe Biden coming up. Is he going to make it to the inauguration? Is the inauguration actually going to happen on January 21st as it usually does? All of that kind of stuff, because we all know Trump is really trying to drag this out, not let this election be called, not concede. And so since there's, questions about obviously Biden is going to win the presidency, but is things still going to go forwards as planned? So before we start, I just wanted to give a shout out to my black owned business of the day, and this is going to be Try Body Love is their Instagram name, and this is the Body Love Olive Dream in lemongrass scent. And this is because we are changing seasons, it's starting to get cold. An amazing shea butter, body butter. I actually do use it in my hair as well when I really want to get my curls popping and everything. I haven't been for the last few days, I will admit, but I got to get back on that because I've been kind of lazy when it comes to doing my hair, because I've been trying to get all these videos done for you guys. But it really has helped. I mean, for those who know, I have psoriatic arthritis. My son also suffers from eczema. I also do have regular eczema, and this has been amazing. Has not irritated our skin, has been so moisturizing. I gotta place another order, and she has really good body scrubs too. So the company is Body Love, and if you do happen to go over to my website and scroll over to the Black Business List, you will find the links for it there, and I will also include it in the description box. So again, Body Love, thank you so much. Not sponsored, just wanted to give a shout out because I know the owner, she's amazing, and I really do enjoy the products. There's tons of products, you guys, that I have bought from small businesses that you will never hear me mention because didn't really work out. So anytime I do recommend something, it's totally 100% because I purchased it and loved it. So let's see. Spirit, please join us and give us some clarity, some information on Joe Biden, President-elect Joseph Biden, Senator Biden, former Vice President Joe Biden. Let us know, how is his presidency gonna go? Is he gonna be installed into the White House on January 21st as planned? Or are things going to be delayed? Thank you, Spirit. We ask only to gain clarity, understanding, not for any malicious or nefarious intent. Please bless all that we ask about in this reading and all who watch. Thank you, spirits, for joining and answering. Okay. And just in case you are wondering, today is November 6th at 1:37 p.m. in California time. So anybody else having issues with their iPhones. It was really bad, and then I did the update last night, and it's a little better, but it's still ain't that great. I'm like, what in the bejesus is going on in here? So, let's do our little overview first, and then we will see what else we want to ask. Other questions come up from the information that we are about to get, because that's usually how it goes. He's definitely, he comes up as the emperor, so he is victorious, obviously. However, before we get to that place, we have this King of Swords that I'm sure we can all assume is Donald Trump, who is going to try anything and everything he can to block him from taking over, right? And this is all because that King of Swords is crossed with the Palace of Cups. This is all like an emotional basis. It has nothing to do with, I really truly believe that I can do a better job, and it's more of, you bruised my ego, I don't want to give up, I don't want you to take over, all of that kind of stuff. And so, of course, we have all these swords cards that come up. 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Like, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to block this, to block you from, taking my spot. Again, there's a lot of magician, manipulative energy trying to, work as magic, trying to destroy what he can. There is a Queen of Swords woman, though, that's going to go after that King of Swords man, after Trump, to stop him from doing all of this. I kind of was like, Nancy Pelosi's been a little quiet, unless I just haven't seen anywhere that anybody's actually talk to her, or anything, but I haven't seen anything that she said, and usually she's the first person to jump all over his ass. There is also this King of Coins person on Biden's side. So I'm feeling like this is actually somebody who's a very high up, like federal courts, something along that lines, who is actually going to be on Biden's side to help, stop all of this. There is a Hermit card showing up, which we're in right now, and I think it is going to continue, that even though we will have a presumptive winner, even though they will call it, we are going to be in that Hermit stage, waiting to see, like, okay, like, what's actually going on? Are they going to be able to pull this off? Are they not? But again, it's like, I don't see things actually working out like in Trump's favor as far as being able to completely block everything, because I just don't get it. It's like, there's the Knight of Cups, 3 of Cups, and 4 of Coins all in reverse. So it's definitely not going to work in his favor. Also, Ivanka, just shut the F up, to be honest with you. Spirit's really saying that, the cards are saying this, because she's coming up as this Empress. She's trying to create chaos too. She's trying to back her dad. She's trying to say things, but it's like, you don't have any authority to say this, is like the way that people are looking at it, and the way that people are gonna go after her with this 8 of Wands. And she's gonna end up in this 2 of Swords moment where it gets a lot worse than she expected. Like, she expected that there was gonna be some kind of backlash, because of course, like, she always gets crapped on or whatever when it comes to her dad, but like, it's really not gonna work out the way that she wants it to, because there's more. Like, I know she said whatever she said this morning, trying to be like, oh, it's not a partisan issue, and it's just the democracy of the, United States and this and that, which it's like, yeah, that's what the Democrats are fighting for, is our democracy. And for, the process that has been set in place for years, centuries, whatever, to continue, she's gonna say more than that and really dig herself into this big hole, because I keep getting with this Empress card, 3 of Swords, and then the 6 of Swords. She might actually end up quitting Twitter, you guys. So she might actually, because of how bad it is gonna get for her. Let's see. Even though there's like all of this stuff that keeps happening, in the end with this World card, he's still victorious. And anytime that I'm getting this Hermit card right now, like Spirit's saying that's really about the current situation. So let's ask directly, because that was just our little overview of like the energies that are involved right now, what's currently going on. So let's see what else. Sorry for the light changing, guys. It's like cloudy, sunny, windy, not windy. Like, can we just have some rain in California? I know, like. Although I should shut my mouth, because I biatched and complained about how I was over summer and I wanted fall to get here. And then as soon as it did, here come the allergies. So I'm like, Spirit, is Joe Biden actually going to make it to his inauguration on January 21st, or will there be a delay because of the Trump administration? Will Joseph Biden be sworn in on January 21st? Yes or no? Yes or no, Spirit? Is Joe Biden going to be inaugurated as our next president? And yesterday I was just like incessantly checking the news. Is there anything else coming up? I can't even look today. I'm just like, you know what? It's just anything else. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Yes, he's going to. So, thank God. Alrighty. Now let's just ask one more question, because I want to keep this one short. How is Donald Trump going to handle when he has to concede? Which I guess I was reading, like, there's not actually, it's just like the polite thing to do, but you're not actually required to concede. So it's just that every president usually has done that. And shout out to my friend Erica, who posted a video of Bush conceding to Clinton. It was really so respectful. I mean, that's the thing that you can always say about George Bush Sr. He always kept things very classy and was able to work with and get along very well with any presidents that he dealt with after, since so many of them, they did end up working on foundations and things like that together. I don't really remember his presidency a whole lot, because I was like 8 years old when he was in the office. I just remember more of the Clinton administration, because Chelsea was like the same age as me, I think, or maybe, I think she's a few years older than me, but I just remember like that part of things. And you guys too, like, if you have a lot of questions, or people are, wanting to make assumptions or say certain things or whatever, go look up like what the precedents that were set when they did the recount in Florida for Bush and Gore, and then see like how that actually relates to them counting votes and the processes and what you have to actually go through to get that to happen, because it has to be approved on, you know, as in the state's own courts first before you can get to the federal level. So if Trump is going to fight this, you know, and the last that I saw was that the 3 states that he was challenging, which are the ones that we're waiting on for those last electoral college votes, denied for the stuff that he was trying to do, like stopping the vote count and all that stuff. So they have been blocking his trying to get involved in all of it, you know, so far at least. I'm sorry, it's just funny. The first cards I pull is the 8 of Cups, the Hermit card, and the Ace of Wands. It's like he will go away, but that he's gonna be like very outspoken and trying to downplay everything that like Joe does in office. I mean, as much as he can speak, because we know that there's gonna be some other stuff that's gonna come along to take up his attention and his time. But it's like the way that Spirit is explaining it is just like, oh, well, you know, you wanted to do that? Let me get on Twitter and tell everybody why I would never have done that, and that's a horrible idea, and why everybody made the biggest mistake in the world by voting for you. So, but he also thinks, this is what's so funny, he just like, even though he has to, you know, like he's looking at his like, I have to make a choice to leave. You don't have a choice. He also is like, well, gonna screw you. I'm gonna go make a whole bunch of money and prove you wrong, you know? Like, he really thinks that he's gonna go out there and like make like $20 billion and become like the richest man in the world to, you know, like spite everybody or something. But with this World card in reverse, obviously that's not gonna happen. But also, we have this Palace of Wands flanked by this Queen of Wands, who I'm feeling is Melania. There's a divorce that's happening there. So it's like at the same time that you're out here trying to make all this money and like spite everybody and prove them wrong, you're also dealing with a divorce and other stuff. So it's just like, you're not going to have the time really. But yeah, there is a lot of, see the focus again. I'm going to build my businesses. I'm going to build my brand. I'm going to build my money. Screw everybody, you know, like this is what I'm going to go focus on instead. But with this Death card and the 2 and 3 of Wands, he is very much going to be the sore loser, really upset, really like, not only like really upset, but just, he's like so freaking salty. It's like, trust me, he won't let this go for the rest of his life. He won't. And you know what a lot of it is too? It's not that he actually truly thinks like Joe Biden like isn't a good politician or that he can't actually do any of these things. He's so blinded by his hatred of Obama. And because Joe Biden was Obama's VP and his friends, like he just associates them as a package deal. And which everybody always talks about how Obama and Biden, yeah, they did get along great. They were great friends. They had a great connection. They worked well together, you know, but they also did have their own points of views and their own agendas and things that they wanted to accomplish. And, you know, it's like, but he's just looking at it as like, you're Obama's little, you know, lapdog, and you're just doing what he wanted you to do, and you're trying to turn everything back to the way it was when he was in office. Like, he's really seeing it that way. Yeah. With this news that comes out, Judgment, 5 of Cups, and 10 of Swords, if somebody's asshole was burning was a person, it is this man. Because here he is right behind it as this King of Pence, you know, showing how he feels. You know what's crazy too? There's everybody around him telling him to be quiet, like shut the F up, and he's not listening. And that's going to continue, like after he leaves office, where people are really going to be telling him, shut up, be quiet, stop talking about this, go do something else. You're making yourself look ridiculous. You said you want to run in 2024. Well, how's that going to happen now? Because you make yourself look even more worse. And it's just, he can't help himself. I mean, we all know Trump is not somebody who's going to be told what to do. If he wants to do something, he is going to do it. Like, Jesus Christ, I feel bad for his mom growing up. He must have been something to deal with. Yeah. But he's got a lot of battles coming his way again. Once he leaves, it's like, yeah, my focus is all on this. But, you know, with the swords, the hero, the Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, and Hierophant with this Page of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and then the Moon card, there's gonna be a lot of like shady business things that he's gonna have to deal with too behind the scenes after he leaves. Something about like his businesses were not being run the correct way while he was in office. So whichever kid he put in charge of that wasn't the best one to choose to do that. Yeah, Six of Swords, King of Wands, and Seven of Cups. He's gonna fire his own kid. Because there is something about, like, you weren't paying people, or you weren't getting paid, or you paid people that you shouldn't have paid. Something along that lines with payments not being made correctly. And then all these people lining up to sue him and him having to deal with all of that. And it really coming down to one of the kids. Because, like, Spirit's talking about that son sort of like made contracts, business deals, negotiations, like something with the idea that, well, my dad's gonna win the presidency again, and then we can give you some sort of like government contract overseas that you're gonna make a bunch of money off of if you do this thing with us. Well, now that that's not gonna happen, they're like, excuse me, like, you owe us money because you couldn't give us that other thing that you like promised us in exchange. And then here comes these, you know, issues that he's gonna have to deal with. I just keep getting Trump is gonna have so many lawsuits, a divorce, other legal issues. So be salty all you want about losing this presidency, dude, but there's other things that are gonna be much more important for you to focus your time and energy on. So I hope that helped, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You know, this was just a quick little, like, let's look at if he's actually going to get to the inauguration, and we threw in a couple other questions. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I will see you guys all again very soon with another video because I had a little time, so I kind of like try to jump in and record as many as I can when I do get these, you know, kind of breaks in between my other readings and life. But if you wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, all the information will be in the description box. Make sure you look for those email reading specials for the month of November. And I hope that everybody continues to thrive, blossom, and have a blessed rest of your end of year. Thanks.